Hello everyone, Christy with MyScrapbookEvolution.com, and today I'm going to share a wonderful way to get a lot of photos on your layout and also to use up some of those 6x6 pieces of paper from your 6x6 paper pads. This layout is based on a sketch from the Simple Scrapper Premium membership, and it originally called for 4 photos. 3 of those larger photos I substituted in small photo clusters. I didn't feel that I needed to have big photos of all the zoo animals that we saw that day. And I'm simply cutting apart the sheets of 6x6 paper from the pad into 2x6 and 3x6 inch sheets. I was kind of lazy and didn't have any ink on the table, and I didn't want to get up, so I used a marker to kind of outline the edges. And I always do this either with ink or with a marker when I feel that the patterns are going to kind of blend together. It just gives them a little definition. So if you don't have the right color ink pad to ink your edges, look and see if you have a marker that will work instead. Sometimes it does get a little sloppy, but it still does the job. So I'm layering in everything, and I like to add dimension, and I'm using a chipboard sheet, cutting it apart and placing it underneath the different photos, which allows me to layer everything up, in, and over. You can buy chipboard sheets from any craft store online. I'm not too worried about the acid-free element, so I'm just using a recycled piece of a cereal box. Once I get everything into place the way that I want it to be, I will start embellishing. And I also use these chipboard pieces on the embellishments as well. And again, that just allows me to raise them up above some parts of the layout or tuck it in more easily under others. And the chipboard just really supports those elements and keeps them from being squished or bent. I'm forming basically a triangle, a visual triangle of those embellishments. I knew that I wanted one to the upper left. I also knew that I wanted one embellishment cluster below where the adventure is printed on that pattern paper. I wanted to work the embellishments in around that. And here I'm placing the title, and you can see I didn't have an A for garden, so I just used an upside down U and cut apart one of the other letters to make that A. That third embellishment cluster sits right above the title, and it forms my visual triangle. This is a wonderful way to use up those 6x6 paper pads. You can see that they've been worked into the layers, and you really don't see them as the smaller pieces that they are.